Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and if you are subscribed to Melbourne Trains vlogs, link will be in the description. You may have already seen this idea, an Aubry Wodonga light rail and tram network. So I thought his ideas were good, but I thought I could, and I thought, wow, what a great idea! I think I'm going to share what I think would be a good route. So here you go. So the blue route is like a cross city route between the South Wodonga and Lavington, which is at the very north of Aubry. So yeah. So what would happen is it would start at a terminus at Feltonville, which is a community centre in South Wodonga. I don't know, thank you Google Maps for telling me this. And it would come up to South Wodonga Interchange, where it would for the first time meet the Wadonga Loop, which we'll get to in a second. It would go up to Wodonga Central Shopping Centre, and then after that it would go to North Wodonga Interchange. After that we'll go to a tram stop at Gateway Island, which is just before the Murray River. Then it would go through South Aubry Interchange, where it meets the Aubry Loop, up to Lavington Interchange. There's no stop in between. Actually, there are stops in between, but no big ones. Like, this is a tram network, there's stops everywhere. Like, every half a kilometre, there's a tram stop. Anyway, up through Lavington Interchange into a terminus at Lavington Square Shopping Centre. And there's possible room for an extension up to Lavington Oval, which is like where they do like lots of sports and stuff. Anyway, onto the Wodonga Loop. The loop has the main loop and then a branch out to La Trobe University. So we'll start on the La Trobe branch. It will go from La Trobe University up to White Box Rise to Southeast Interchange, where it would meet the main loop. And the way the station would be set out would be like how it's set out for the Alamein trains at Campbell. How there would be like 3 platforms. 2 of them would be for the trams running in opposite directions, and then one would be a terminating platform for the La Trobe branch. Anyway, so that's Southeast Interchange. Then we're going to go left on the screen towards South Wodonga Interchange, where for the first time it meets the Cross City line. Moving on, we go to Birrelly, then Kelly Park, which is a park. Then it will go up to Wodonga Station, then North Wodonga Interchange, and finally Showground. And now onto the Aubry Loop. We will start at South Aubry Interchange. It will go to Museum, which is named after an art museum, I think. Let me just see. Yeah, it was named after some sort of art museum. You can see what I'm doing now. Like there was a Murray Art Museum here, Murray Art Museum, Aubry. So it would have a stop out there. Anyway, it will go to Museum, then Glenroy, which is like a district just west of Aubry. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my directions. Then Glenroy North before meeting at Lavington Interchange. Then coming out to Gelbart Park, which if we go back to our map, it should be kind of easy to find. I think it was somewhere like, yeah, I don't know. Let's just not worry about that. So we'll go to Gelbart Park and then go to ABX, which is the code for Aubry Airport, and Industrial. And don't worry, I just realized I forgot that I've got to stop at Aubry Station. That will be just before ABX. And as I said, these aren't all the stops. There are like miniature stops every about half a kilometre. but these are the main stops. So thank you for watching. These are just my thoughts. Go check out Melbourne Trains Vlogs video in the description, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I'm Woodrow, and today we're going to have a look at another concept I have. This concept is the Ballarat Daylesford Bellato line, which all the foundations are still there. All the foundations are there. They just have to rebuild it. Because this line, if you didn't know, actually used to exist, but it got demolished, and I think it would be a great idea for V-Line to bring it back. So this line has a lot of stations. This is more than the average. These distances are like metro distances. They're so small. They're smaller than the regular ones. And also, before I start going into the stations, and yeah, I just wanted to say all of these are actually real places. I didn't make any of these places up. All of these are real places. Anyway, we'd start at the existing Ballarat Station, where the Ararat lines, where the lines of Ararat and Maryborough turn off. If they're still used, I forgot which ones are used and which ones aren't. Anyway, whatever. Moving on, you would go to Eureka, which is a neighbourhood in just outside Ballarat. Then you would go to Brown Hill, once again in the suburb. Gong Gong, Putilla, Clarks Hill, Wattle Flat, Dean, Newland, Newland North, Blampede, Eganstown, South Daylesford, and Daylesford. So those are the stations along the way, but now we've reached Daylesford, which, if you don't know already, is where the railway currently starts. The current railway, there's actually a tourist railway in Daylesford, so go to that station, well, yeah, that station, and then it will go up to Musk, which is an existing station on the line, and go to the terminus at Bellato, which is the real terminus of the tourist railway. I've actually got a video of the tourist railway. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's from the sidings to Daylesford Station, and it's great things, so go check that out. And yeah, this is just my ideas. It's a very quick video, but I feel like if V-Line were to implement this back as a Ballarat to Bellato shuttle, this would be a great thing. Like, it doesn't have to go all the way into Melbourne. It can just be like a shuttle between Ballarat and Bellato, and it doesn't have to stop at all of these stations. It can go through some of these stations and then just alternate which stations it stops at. But yeah, thank you for watching Sea Gunzels, and this is my idea of a Ballarat Daylesford Bellato train line. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today I'm going to be here with another concept. This is a Doncaster. This is the Baldwin Box Hill Doncaster line. So it's going to be quite quick and quite simple. So let's just start off. It would start off by turning off all the existing Mernda and Hurstbridge lines at Clifton Hill. So follow it up to Clifton Hill and then like that. Next up would be Deep Dean, which is a neighbourhood near Baldwin. Next up would be Baldwin, which would be built near Myrtle Park. Next up we join up with the Belgrave and Lilydale lines for the next two stations, which are Box Hill and Laburnum. And this would just join up easily with the Belgrave and Lilydale lines. It's not that hard. Next up, after Laburnum, they turn away and do a bit of a U-turn back up north with Blackburn North and Doncaster East, coming into a terminus underneath Westfield, Doncaster. So I just wanted something short, and I think this will help serve Melbourne a lot better, with the serving the really well established suburbs of Baldwin and Doncaster. So yeah, also, just like, the whole thing could also be underground after Clifton Hill. You could go underground underneath Deep Dean and Baldwin, then come up at Box Hill, run along with Belgrave and Lilydale lines to Laburnum, and then go underground for Blackburn North and Doncaster East, and then you could build the actual station for Westfield Doncaster underneath Westfield. So thank you for watching this City Gunzels video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I'm Woodrow, and today I'm going to be going over another concept. This concept is a concept for it's an alternative route for the south. It's an alternative route for the train line between South Geelong and Warrnambool, with also an extension to Portland. It gets really close to South Australia. It might even go into South Australia, I don't know, but let's go. So we're gonna start up all the way up at South Geelong. After that, it goes along to Geelong Showgrounds, where it will only stop on event days only. And before we keep going, I just want to say this will take a long time, and it will. It's going to be a long thing, so I'm not going to talk much about each station. So yeah. Then we have Leopold Drysdale, which is where the current Ballarat railway starts. Lakers Siding, Murray Road Central, which is just before the existing Queenscliff station. This would replace the existing Queenscliff station. Point Lonsdale, Ocean Grove, Torquay, Anglesea, Airlie's Inlet, Lorne, Kennet River, Apollo Bay, 12 Apostles, which is where the 12 Apostles is, quite obviously, Port Campbell, Warrnambool, which is the existing Warrnambool station. Not a new one, it would be the existing one. Now, here's where we get into the extension. We're going to go to 2 more stations at Port Fairy, which is it's just another town like all of the other stations along this line. And Portland, which is like the last stop. It's pretty big. It's a good place to finish off the line. So all of these are basically just places with a pretty big population that, if this extension was built, should have a station. And there is a pretty big gap somewhere in there, because it just goes into just a national park with trees and stuff. So trains would be pretty fast. They would get through that pretty quickly. But this is my concept for Geelong, for an alternative route between South Geelong and Warrnambool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching City Gunzels. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I'm Woodrow, back with another concept. This time we have the Bendigo light rail / tram. This tram will, so let's get through it. Let's go to it. But before we start, I just want you to remember that these aren't all the stops. These are just the main stops. Anyway, let's get going. We'll start at Bendigo Marketplace Station. Bendigo Marketplace is a shopping centre that's right next to Bendigo Station. So that's where it will start. It will head down to Queen Street, Mitchell Street, which is where the secondary shopping centre is. Yeah, there's 2. They're both quite important. One Marketplace is probably bigger than the other one. Next up, we'll move down to the Alexandra Fountain, which is like a big famous fountain. And next it will go to the Queen Elizabeth Oval, where it Queen Elizabeth Oval is where a VFL team in Bendigo used to play. It's a big stop. It's a big place, and I think it would probably be beneficial to have a stop there. Next down is Langston Street View Street, which is in Harrison View Street. I don't think I spelled Harrison right, so yeah, just sorry about that. Fenton Street and Moran Street, and it will finish at Shadforth Park, which is like the second biggest recreation reserve in the city, because it has North Bendigo Recreation Reserve with it as well. So that's my idea for a Bendigo tram / light rail line. Thank you for watching City Gunzels. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today we're going to take a look at another concept. This concept is the East Ballarat light rail tram loop around East Ballarat, and I just want to get a few things out of the way before I go over the route. First off, there is I'm pretty sure there are trams at Lake Wendouree in Ballarat. They're historical trams. This is actually designed to be a mass transportation system. And second off, that these aren't all the stops. These are just the main stops at the main intersections. There are more stops than what you see on this map. Anyway, let's start in the bottom left corner at Ballarat Station on Mayor Street, spelled M-A-I-R. Once again, Ballarat Station on Mayor Street, spelled M-A-R-I-R. Next up, down the way we have Stuart Street and Lillian Street, where a terrible accident happened with the historic boom gates. It was horrible. It was only a few days ago when I'm filming this, but for you it's going to be like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, next up, after Stuart Street, Lillian Street, we have Dana Street and Lillian Street. Next up, we have Wilkinson, named after the Wilkinson Hall. And next up, we have Barclay Street, Princess Street, and Hopetoun Street. All three streets just converge at one point in Ballarat, so the tram stop is there to serve all three streets. And remember that there are more tram stops than this. There's a tram stop about every half a kilometre. Our next main stop is Princess Street and Gent Street. Now we're moving back onto our starting street of Mayor Street, spelled M-A-I-R. I can't stop saying it. I can't stress enough that spelled M-A-I-R. Anyway, Mayor Street and Colgates Road, down to Mayor Street and Davey Street, which completes the East Ballarat light rail tram loop. So, thank you for watching this video. If you have any concepts that you want me to do, like concepts of like what light rail tram routes in Victoria, or to cover like a certain town, or like, I don't know, like another train route, so like in Melbourne, or another regional rail plan, do let me know down in the comments and I'll try to come up with one for you. Anyway, thank you for watching City Gunzels. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today we're going to be talking about something that I discussed with Sharky the Gunzel, and go subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Link is on my channel in other train spotting channels or something like that. It's on the homepage. Anyway, we're going to be talking about a Geelong tram network. So let's go. The first stop at the top there is Kira Street, Princess Highway, which is a roundabout, and they could put a terminus station right in the middle of that roundabout. Next down we have Princess Highway and Mercer Street, which is the first major intersection, and now we're going to follow down the Princess Highway. The next stop is Geelong Station. One that's a very important interchange I think we need to have. The Princes Highway goes right past it, like not next to it, but it goes behind it. Goes behind the station, so you could put a stop there and then have a direct link out the back of the station straight to the tram stop. Anyway, next up is Latrobe Terrace and Kilgore Street. Once again, just a major thing. Next up we have Cardinia Park, home of the Cats, which I absolutely hate because they are rivals to the Hawks, and Hawks are my favourite team. So let's move on from Cardinia Park before I get carried away with that. Anyway, next up is Belmont Interchange, which is a neighbourhood just north of Warren Ponds and south of Geelong. North of Warren Ponds, south of Geelong. This will go right through the shopping strip on High Street. I think it's High Street, yeah. And then the next intersection is Settlement Road High Street, which is another major intersection. And finally, the route would terminate at Warren Ponds Shopping Centre, and it would mostly follow the Princes Highway and Princes Highway, which actually turns into Settlement Road, which is what we merge into. And then we come in at Warren Ponds Shopping Centre. So thank you for watching. Just a quick little video about this. Remember to subscribe to Sharky the Gunzel. And if you want to suggest any concepts that I should come up with, leave it down in the comments and I might make a concept about that for you. So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I'm Woodrin today. I've done the Outer Circle revival, which people liked, but people liked it, but some people suggested that I remove some of the stations. So I may do a part 2 to that, doing some things around the Oakley area, removing some of the Oakley stations, but that might happen coming soon. But for now, I'm going to attempt the Inner Circle line revival. So, if you don't know, the Inner Circle line was a line between Royal Park and Russell, with 3 stations in between being North Carlton, North Fitzroy, and Fitzroy, which closed down some point in the 1980s, I'm pretty sure. So that's the Inner Circle line. So what I've done is this is basically reviving it, and then also adding a bit of an extension onto it. So the line would start at Royal Park. Trains can come either from this way or this way and turn onto here, but only these trains coming from this way would get to stop at Royal Park. Their first station down would be North Carlton, which is one of the stations that was on the original Inner Circle. Actually, all 3 of these were on the original Inner Circle. So North Carlton, North Fitzroy, and Fitzroy before briefly joining up with the is it Hurstbridge or Mernda? I think it's Mernda. I don't know, but either the Hurstbridge or the Mernda line, I don't remember. It would briefly join it at Russell before continuing on to stop at new stations at Merry Creek, which it goes right beside. Not Merry Station. Merry Station is different. It's not as close to the creek as this proposed station is. Yarra Bend, which is at Yarra Bend, obviously, and terminating at an underground terminus in Kew, or like the very outskirts of Kew. So they're my ideas. Thank you for watching Sea Gunzels. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to Sea Gunzels. I am Woodrow, back with another concept video. This video is Metro Tunnel number 2, and looking at the map you may think this is quite confusing, but I'll explain it. So the green represents the lines that are already there. So the City Loop, the Clifton Hill line, the Clifton Hill group, and up to West Melbourne there as well. So, and then the blue lines represent the new metro tunnels. So we're going to start down south, and just saying I haven't named all of these stations, and I'm not sure if all of these proposed stations will actually come. These are just marking where stations could be. Okay, we're going to start down south with the return of St Kilda and Port Melbourne railway stations. I am so glad that if they did this concept, they would have St Kilda and Port Melbourne back. So we'll travel up here they would travel up and meet here. And remember, not all these stations might be built, and I haven't named all of them. So they would meet at this point here, and they would run along together till this branch, which is the Fisherman's Bend branch. Then they would come up, and most of this part will probably be underground. So yeah, it would come up here, up to Southern Cross, and through the new metro tunnel, down through here, down through Parliament, onto one more station before emptying out onto the Clifton Hill branch, where trains can continue to either Clifton Hill, to either Mernda or Hurstbridge. So that's my quick video on my ideas for Metro Tunnel 2. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today I'm going to go through another concept. This is the Outer Circle Revival, the Outer Circle Line Revival, or the Camberwell-Oakley Link, which would see the extension of the current Alamein line down to the Cranbourne-Pakenham lines to meet between Oakley and Huntingdale. So let's start at the top at Camberwell/East Camberwell, because at both ends of the line, at both ends of the Alamein/extension, trains can enter from both sides. They could come from whichever way. So anyway, going down from Camberwell and East Camberwell, we have Riversdale, Willesden, Hartwell, Burwood, Ashburn, and Alamein, currently known as the existing Alamein line. Continuing down, we have Solway, which is in the neighbourhood after Alamein. So currently in Solway, we're following the route of the former Outer Circle line. Then we go down to Home Plus, and at Home Plus there is links to the Home Plus shopping centre and Officeworks and Harvey Norman. And then we go down to Chadstone, where we will go to the main Chadstone shopping centre, the fashion capital. North Oakley, which is at the intersection between Warrigal Road and Princes Highway. I think Princes Highway. Oakley Oval, which is at the Oakley Chargers Oval, sorry about that. East Oakley, which is just a bit more down, and then we make a final turn just towards Huntingdale with West Huntingdale. Then once again, trains can go both ways towards Oakley and Huntingdale. So this is just another concept that I came up with. And thank you for watching. City Gunzels, like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I'm Woodrow, and today we're going to be looking at another one of my concepts. This is the Stony Point extension to Portsea. So this is the first time I've actually done a train line in a while. I've been mostly doing cities. I've mostly been designing light rail and tram that works for cities, and I will continue to do that, but I came up with this idea and I thought I would share it. So here we go. So with Stony Point Station, it's kind of weird. It's going to be like Brighton Beach platforms 1 and 2. How platform 1 is a terminating platform, but platform 2 goes straight through. It's gonna be a bit like that, where trains can come in to platform 1 and terminate if there's like works going on to this for the extension. they can come and terminate here or whatever if trains don't need to go this far, or they can stop here at platform 2 and then just keep going. So that's Stony Point Station. Next station is Somers, where there's actually a camp for schools. Yeah. Bowering Merricks is actually the names of 2 places. There's like Bowering Beach and Merricks Beach, and they're like right next to each other. And since they're so close to each other, you don't need 2 stations, so you just take both names, combine them into one, and then you have a station. Next down is Shoreham, also named after a place, just also named after a suburb on the line. Flinders, not to be confused with Flinders Street Station, also named after a place on the line. Most of these are named after a place on the line. Cape Chinook, yeah, it's a weird name, but that's also named after a place. St. Andrews Beach, that's what it's named after, St. Andrews. Rye, named after a... Now we're on the peninsula. Now we're on the Mornington Peninsula again. So Rye. Moving down from Rye, we have Blairgowrie. I'm not particularly sure how to pronounce that, but that's that. Sorrento. It's a pretty big place. And finishing at Portsea. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today we're going to be discussing my ideas for an airport link, Melbourne Airport link. Once again, Melbourne Trains Vlogs has already done this. He beat me to it. So I'm just going off what he did because I have run out of ideas for my own. So link to Melbourne Trains Vlogs video will be in the description. And yeah. So let's begin at Flinders Street, and we go through the City Loop to Southern Cross, North Melbourne, and then we continue towards Newport. At Newport, the trains can go either way. The train will either go towards Melbourne Airport, which is what we'll do first, or go towards Avalon Airport, which we'll do next. First up, the train will go through the Altona Loop or Express. I didn't add the Express part, but it could go Express from Altona all the way through Seacombe, and yeah. Then we arrive at Lavington, and our last station on the Werribee line is Aircraft. Then we move away and we get to the airport. First up is Terminal 3 and 4, which is Virgin Australia Regional Express, Jetstar and Tiger Air. Terminal 2 is International, and Terminal 1 is Qantas. Anyway, going towards Avalon Airport, you go along the Geelong line towards Lara, and then you reach Avalon Airport. It's not that hard. Anyway, thank you for watching. Link to Melbourne Trains Vlogs video will be in the description, and thank you for watching. Bye. Hello and welcome to City Gunzels. I am Woodrow, and today I'm just going to share my concept for a West Ballarat light rail tram link. The whole purpose of this link is to serve as a link between the city centre of Ballarat and Wendouree, even though you kind of have the trains to do that. Although V-Line isn't always the most reliable thing ever. We all know that, don't we? We're all train spotters. We're all Melbourne train spotters. We're all on the same page with V-Line. They're not always the most reliable, so these are more often than V-Line trains anyway. I just want to get that out of the way. And also remember, these aren't all the stops. These are just the main stops. So let's start up at the top at Ballarat Station on Lydiard Street. We go down to Stuart Street, on Lydiard Street, and then we keep going down Stuart Street through these main stops until we get to Gilly Street. We go up past Powell Recreation Reserve. Powell stands for Prince of Wales. It goes past the Recreation Reserve, goes up to Wendouree Station. So as you can see, it will take quite a few more stops than V-Line, but V-Line doesn't run as often, and V-Line is unreliable, as I said before. After Wendouree Station, we'll go to Stockland Wendouree, which is a shopping centre. Go through Grevillea Road and Gilly Street until we get to Ring Road Reserve, which is where the tram route will terminate. So it's simple, and it's a way that you could replace Wendouree Station. I'm not sure if they will replace Wendouree Station, but it's V-Line, so, and Ballarat Station's not that far. And if this tram route was built, you could just catch the tram down to, from Wendouree down to Ballarat, and you wouldn't have to catch the train, although you could drive as well. But, yeah, this is my concept for a West Ballarat light rail tram route, because I've already done an East Ballarat tram loop. No link. This is a tram link between Wendouree and Ballarat. This is the West Ballarat tram. My East Ballarat tram was just a loop around East Ballarat. So, thank you for watching City Gunzels. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.